Yo, what is up, guys? It's Cone back here again today with another video, and apologize that the setup's a little different than it usually is in the face cam. I'm not home right now. I didn't expect to be filming this video right now, but crazy news dropped out of literally nowhere that Giannis is signing the 5-year Supermax with the Bucks, taking probably the biggest name out of free agency for this upcoming offseason, unless you count Kawhi Leonard, who has a player option, so we're not sure if he's going to be a free agent yet, but assuming he doesn't take that, one of two of the biggest names in the NBA has now been taken off the table for free agency. First of all, apologize to all those teams who thought they might have a chance at him. I personally, I'll get into it in a second, but I was hopeful that Giannis would re-sign in Milwaukee, so I'm really happy to see that. Sorry to Heat fans, I know you guys spent countless hours photoshopping him in your jerseys, but things happen. But for Giannis, this is huge. As you can see from the Woj tweet I have up here, 5 years, $228 million is ridiculous. That'll have your family set up for decades. So shout out to Giannis. He absolutely deserves all that money. One of the top 5 players in the NBA this season, back-to-back MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. There's really not much you can knock on him except playoff success, which with the addition of a guy like Jrue Holiday may change in the foreseeable future. The Bucks did it. Their whole goal this offseason was to convince Giannis to stay. It doesn't, even if they don't win a championship this upcoming season now, it's okay. As long as, because really it was going to be looking like this season was, okay, you show Giannis you can win or he's gone. And now there's much less pressure. Giannis is really going to take the stress off his team, take the stress off the kind of media circus that might have happened if he hadn't signed this extension, because now there's not going to be 100 questions of asking his, Chris Middleton and Jrue, oh, do you think Giannis is staying? Do you think Giannis is leaving? Now the season becomes about the team, about gelling the new pieces. Guys like DJ Augustine, Bryn Forbes, Torrey Craig, Bobby Portis, guys like that come in, and now they know Giannis is going to be here. He's their leader, and this is really cool for the NBA in a era where player movement happens a lot. To see a superstar in the truest sense of the word stay in his home, well, not necessarily hometown, but stay with the team he was drafted to. As someone who had to watch KD leave the Thunder, I know how much it hurts for a small market team to lose their best player. So I'm really happy for Bucks fans, all of my Bucks fans who there's constantly stories coming out that Giannis is leaving, that the other day his barber put on Instagram thank you for however many years of letting me cut your hair, which was really weird. But I'm just glad that now this is all over. You guys can focus on this season where the Bucks should be considered, in my opinion, a contender. They're one of the top 3-4 teams in the entire league. So I'm glad that they can focus on that season now, as opposed to having to worry about free agency. As I was just saying, a huge win for small market teams. Small market teams get screwed a lot of the time by larger markets, and I know how much that hurts. I just previously mentioned Kevin Durant. To see Paul George want out, to see Russell Westbrook eventually want out, that all makes sense. I understand why they ended up wanting out. But to see a small market team like Milwaukee keep that franchise all-time great potential player is really cool to see, and it gives me hope that the next time the Thunder have a superstar, that he might hang around for a little bit longer. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, who did hang out for longer once KD left. But yeah, this is a lot of money. Media's going to have a field day with this, I feel like. The media's going to hate on Giannis. They're going to talk about how, he could have gone to Miami. He could have gone to LA. Whatever. I get it. He could have formed so many super teams, but he said, Milwaukee's my place. Chris and Jrue, those are my guys, and we're going to win a championship here. So I really admire that. I love that mentality. The Bucks have him long term. Now it's just up to them to make that championship happen. And I do feel like Jrue Holiday was a great addition. You did have to lose some depth, but you brought that back with some other pieces. I mentioned a few of those earlier. So they're going to be a really good team. Giannis is their leader. Giannis is one of the best players in the league and deserved every penny of, no matter who says, the other day, I think Gilbert Arenas was saying Giannis can't play basketball or something. I don't know. But Giannis can play basketball, seeing as how he's the 2-time MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, and he's still young. He's only going to keep growing from here. So With that all being said, I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about. Apologize to fans of teams that aren't getting Giannis, but now you guys can focus on your own teams. It's going to be interesting for teams like the Heat, which seem to be saving cap space for potentially trying to get Giannis in this upcoming offseason. Maybe now they shift and go for Kawhi Leonard or something like that if he opts out of his Clippers contract. So that'll remain to be seen. This makes the offseason both less interesting next offseason, but also more interesting in that a lot of people assumed Giannis wasn't going to sign this contract. I think he has still he still had 6 days to sign it if he hadn't signed it today, but he decided to just get it out of the way. So shout out to him. End that early, get into the season, be like, all right, we're ready to go. Let's go win this championship. So thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Bucks fans, especially. You guys deserve this. This has been a terrible period for y'all of having to stress over him leaving. I do not envy you of that at all as someone who went through the whole KD sweepstakes, who I've now talked about like 3 times. I promise I'm over it. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Real one, say it back.